Hey people, Injured here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Katrin, Purification Plant and Chaos Space Marines versus Ordo Malleus. The blue Chaos team, it's a couple of Chaos Sorcerers. First up, Redacted's daddy's shown up apparently, and we have Dreadnoughts. These guys are offensive and disruptive heroes with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Dreadnoughts rocking the Thousand Suns elite scheme. Alongside is Blizzard with a Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility, and support, can also repair and generally just make things gross. This is the Alpha Legion elite scheme here. Red team for the Ordo Malleus, Hororo with an Eversor Assassin, a risk-reward melee brawler that explodes on death, and they are on the west side against Dreadnoughts, I believe. Alongside, MushroomMonk is a Daemonhunter, a melee spellcaster with strong support and control. And rounding off the teams, Afro Ninja Mang is a brother captain, a durable hero walking through objects, cannot be suppressed, with powerful support and disruption, fighting in melee, already getting stuck into a whole bunch of heretics. Basically his favourite thing in the world to do. Can he survive though? Has to run away. Everything was on him. Where were the strike squad? Oh, they were busy capping stuff, I suppose. Double CSM for Dreadnoughts. Getting run at by the Eversor Assassin right now. Strike Squad alongside them. More Strike Squad joining from MushroomMonk. I don't think Dreadnoughts can hang on here. Eversor Assassin gets smacked around a bit though. But they might need to just full on retreat everything off. Here comes the second CSM squad. Getting some shots on the Strike Squad in the background. Meanwhile, east side, Chaos are doubling up against Afro Ninja on the power. Might get a full bash actually, because there's a bunch of stuff here. Brother Captain should be able to tie some stuff up and maybe stop it happening. Inquisitorial Stormtroopers here can maybe try to shoot down some heretics they can find. Gonna get at least 2 gens though. Meanwhile, west side, Eversor Assassin retreats alongside the Strike Squad. Interceptors on the way for Hororo. That double Stormtroopers there for MushroomMonk. Brother Captain did indeed rush in there, try to tie things up, but didn't work out too great. More CSM showed up from Redacted's daddy here. Double CSM for 2 players. Blizzard with nothing else on the field. Did you upgrade your heretics? Yeah, they got aspiring champion heretics. That's some nasty doom bolts there. And they're getting a ton of war CSM before even getting another unit on the field. A ton of war popping up on Redacted Daddy's double CSM as well. Here's some support coming in from Mushroom. Doom bolts is the welcome. Dodged it kind of. These Stormtroopers did take a bit of a chunk off. And the Nemesis 4 sword for the brother captain. Great piece of war gear this. Improves We Are the Hammer, which can do a hell of a lot of work for you in a 3v3 in these big fights. Nothing yet for the Daemonhunter. Does have Tomes of Titan up on the Strike Squad. Triple CSM for Dreadnoughts and Redacted's daddy with Noise Marines. More Doom Bolts. Another nasty hit. Brother Captain soaks up a bunch of damage but might go down. Does go down. Here's the Rift Tear from the Daemonhunter to slow things down. Another Doom Bolts. Ouch. Holy crap. Redacted's daddy consuming heretics between casts, I think, to get the full cast. Plague Champion just hanging back and shooting that damage of a time bolt gun. CSM do have Eternal War for Blizzard, and they do have some Havocs up now too. They rebuff it. They dealt with both of the players there. Sorcerer's retreating for some reason, which is odd. He's not injured. CSM, I don't know why all those guys retreated. They are the player on this side. Are they? Oh, maybe they're retreating to try and defend this. Interceptors of Hororo getting through onto the gens. Doom bolts flying in from Dreadnoughts. And then the Sorcerer raises his arms. Triple CSM here. I wonder if this was a mistake. Not sure. Blizzard still bashing gens in the southeast corner. Brother Captain still down. Here comes the assist again from Mushroom. They've got some interceptors of their own, as does Afro Ninja. Teleporting troops that fight in melee. Some good DPS, and come tier 2, they can start disrupting stuff with their teleport. Plague Champion levels to 2, just bashing power for ages. Maybe some Nurgle worship as you pull back here, Blizzard. Interceptors coming in onto the Havocs. Gets them off the field. Full retreat, in fact, for Blizzard. They could have done that maybe a little bit more elegantly. As soon as they spotted something backing off as some Nurgle worship might have kept them in play to stay in here with Redacteds. Chaos Heretics are on the field to replace the ones Redacted's daddy lost. I don't know if this is actually Redacted or some other player. So I need to say the full name each time. West side. All the CSM milling around. Can they get on the VP? Surely they can. Triple CSM should be enough to just brute force through that. Noise Marines doing some good work with that Sonic Blaster. Then they get grenaded. Another grenade goes in. The Stormtroopers know how to cook those grenades, and they don't have a fuse on them. Great for on-demand disruption. You still need to time the flight of them, but you don't need to time the fuse. Another nasty Doombolt. Stormtroopers wiped by Sonic Blaster. Why are they getting so close? Big misplay on positioning them from MushroomMonk. Loses some upgraded Stormtroopers. Daemonhunter still chasing down some CSM. Gonna need to get out of here. He has the Hunter's Blade in tier 1. I can't remember if that's a power weapon. I don't think it is. So he might be waiting for the Force Glaive in tier 2 to get a power weapon going. It's a pretty good power weapon as too, the Force Glaive. What the hell was that? Oh, that was the Eversor Assassin blowing up on death. I guess he got too close to the heavy bolter. Didn't see him twitching on the ground there for a second. Double CSM should have got into melee, although I don't think it would have got a model anyway, but a bit more damage. Put a bit more damage on them, they would have to stay in base a bit longer. Double CSM, a ton of war for Redacted. On the power again, they just can't break out of here. They've been here for ages in some form. Interceptors can get on one of the CSM, Brother Captain can get on the other CSM. That might get them out of this. Those Noise Marines are also quite low, and they can't knock over the Brother Captain with their cacophony, so he could just run in on them. Going after the Sorcerer though. Gets one hit on the Sorcerer, now goes after some Heretics. Should be tying up those Noise Marines, surely. Look at the damage the Noise Marines are doing to the Interceptors here. Are they even going to get away, these guys? Down to one model. I think they barely made it out. Noise Marines should not have been allowed to get that much damage on. Gets them down to one model. Can they get a wipe? Unfortunately for them, the Interceptors are already gone, so they can't teleport after them. They're going to be okay. Heavy losses for Afro Ninja, but they've cleared up their power finally. They're still in tier 1, floating resources like crazy here. Look at that. Over 1,000 rec, 180 power. There's the tier 2. There we go. We got Mark of Zinc CSM for I Like Dreadnoughts. How many? 3 of them, of course. And 2 of them have aspiring champions for those demonic plasma guns and those fancy hoods. It's a cool scheme, Thousand Suns. There we go. All 3 now with Mark of Zinc fully upgraded. Hororo might want to get a Dreadnought or some more Interceptors. Oh, they've gone for a Rhino. Grey Knight Dreadnought on the way for MushroomMonk. The power is being hit though. And yeah, triple CSM with Mark of Zinc are going to bash pretty damn well. Blizzard CSM gets an aspiring champion there. They got some more CSM out quite late with an aspiring champion. Bloodletter's up as well. Coming out swinging in tier 2, the Chaos fellas. Let's see how Hororo can deal with this. Here comes some support for Mushroom. They might be overwhelmed here by just by the sheer number of Chaos stuff. That was a Psych Out grenade. Interceptors getting torn up though by Bloodletters. Bloodletters are not a good fight for Interceptors to take. They have nasty power weapons, tons of DPS. It's going to be painful. We have a Las Cannon Rhino for some reason. Up against triple CSM gets a Las Cannon. That's Touch of Nurgle on those Bloodletters. Means they explode on death. Like that. Healing allies and damaging enemies and knock them over. Redacted's daddy with a Chaos Dreadnought. Tier 3 for I Like Dreadnoughts. Not sure why they got the Las Cannon on the Rhino. It's an anti-vehicle weapon. There's no vehicles over here. Eversor Assassin. No war gear. Is level 2 though. Found some Heretics to wipe maybe. Yep. Redacted had forgotten about them. Oh, I like Dreadnoughts, sorry, had forgotten about them. On the west side there, you know, only have triple CSM and they go tier 3. Grey Knight Dreadnought starts off with the heavy flamer, or whatever they'd call it for the Grey Knights. And that nasty looking melee weapon too. Might want to get the plasma cannon over there for the triple CSM. Leveling up there is Redacted's Daddy, level 3. Still has the Storm Bolter on front of this, doing some DPS to the infantry. Does dissuade future vehicles as well. Grey Knight Dreadnought getting stuck into some melee. There we go. Gets a good special. Another good special for any Sorcerer there though. Strike Squad with their Tomes of Titan. We just saw Retribution then from the Force Rod. 55 melee DPS, so not the scariest melee weapon, but the Retribution ability is pretty good. Knockback and silence with a bit of damage on it too, I believe. Also has Empyrean Brain Mines. Okay, damage and cripple enemies caught in the blast, but we do have Aspiring Champion Heretic here to spot them. That's the only one on the field though. Tier 3 for Redacted's Daddy. The Grey Knight Dreadnought just hanging out on the east side, no upgrade. Strat Squad trying to get their rec point back. 291 to 392. VP lead for the red team, even though they've been beaten back quite bad on the east side throughout. And blue team do have the western VP now, thanks to I Like Dreadnoughts, who doesn't have a Dreadnought yet, I'd like to point out. Plague Marines are on the field though. And we have a heavy bolter turret on the VP, kind of almost covering the VP. Another Grey Knight Dreadnought, this time for Afro Ninja. No upgrade, just hanging out in base. And some purifiers on the way for MushroomMonk. Charging through is the Eversor Assassin. Means they have the assault armor. Pretty good armor, I think. More health, more health regen. And the charge is 30 power, I believe, which is a pretty decent price. And Eviscerator Axe is in. 65 power melee DPS. And the kill zone. You basically mark an area on the map. Or on the field, I should say. And it makes you awesome in melee in that zone. Debuffing enemies and buffing yourself, that kind of thing. Teleporting in the interceptors. Getting debuffed because they're near the Plague Marines there, which slows them down a bit. Bloodletters are doing some good work though. Getting in amongst some Stormtroopers here. Demonic shield up for I Like Dreadnoughts. Sorcerer himself is down though now. There he is. Oh, there he was. That's the Purifier's psychic field. Where are they? There they are. Power weapons on these guys. Decent chunk of hit points as well. And they got a heavy melee demon hammer on their Justicar bloke. Here's the Eversor Assassin. Is he running? No, he's going to stay in. Try and fight those bloodletters, I guess. He's got a decent chunk of hit points still. East side. It's Dreadnought on Dreadnought action. Brother Captain's tying it up in melee. The heavy flamer one is burning some gens down for the Grey Knight fellas. Is that Battle Rights up there? It is. Mantle of Terror in for the Brother Captain. More health, more energy regen, and the Battle Rights, but down he goes. It's not the biggest heal Battle Rights. I think it's 3 hit points per second over 20 seconds, so 60 health. But it does cover a large area. You can probably get your whole army. I think it's 25 radius. You can get your whole army in that and heal them up between fights and stuff. Pretty good. Ouch. Rhino taking las cannon turret hits here. Mark of Khorne CSM for Blizzard. East side. Markov Zinch Dreadnought now. Getting some shots on the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Might need to break line of sight to move. Still taking some shots. Not sure if it's going to get away. Use the warp to get the Chaos Dreadnought a little bit further forward there. It might have been enough. There's the barrage. Doombolt's flying in as well. There's everything thrown at this Dreadnought to try and take it down. Afro Ninja making a big mistake, getting an upgrade for a unit that's almost dead, but I think it's going to survive. Stormtroopers there are repairing. Bloodletter's trying to cap. 291 to 302. All of the Chaos fellas in tier 3. Ordo Malleus team up against it, I feel like. Double Mark of Corn CSM for Blizzard against Purifiers and Strike Squad, with Bloodletters supporting them. That's a bad fight for the Ordo Malleus there, although Eversor could even that up with the kill zone. Interceptors teleporting in. There's that psychic field. I don't think it does damage anymore. I think it just slows you down, or maybe it does. It used to do damage over time. I think it just slows you now or something. There's those Empyrean Brain Mines. Plague Champion's got the Plague Fist up and Armor of Pestilence, and now the Mucus Discharge. The Brain Mine's going off there. Good push by the Ordo Malleus. There's the Pestilent Strike. Stunning those guys, but also granting huge amounts of ranged damage resistance. Las Cannon Havoc's in play. They are getting shots on that Dreadnought there. It's a Plasma Cannon Dreadnought, but it's taking Las Cannon shots. Ordo Malleus might even be able to get on the VP here. Plague Champion goes down. Got to push through, fellas, on this stuff. Get rid of this turret for sure. Daemonhunter gets a revive on the Eversor Assassin. Now has Emperor's Torch. Light of the Emperor is pretty damn nice. It's detects hidden units, gives you damage resistance, and gives you health, a little bit of health regen, I think. Pretty damn nice. There it is, Light of the Emperor. Purifier's getting blown up by... Was that Touch of Nurgle there? You can see the Purifier's health regen going mental because they're in the Light of the Emperor there. And they're on the turret. Ordo Malleus get the west side back. Sorcerer's still down here, by the way. Back to the east side, still huge pressure on this southeast corner. These guys are looking really hard at the VP, but it was a little bit of a misclick here from Redacted's daddy, and they're not actually capping. The Grey Knight Dreadnought of Afro Ninja did go down. A great unclean one on the way now for Redacted's. And Chaos Terminator is up for I Like Dreadnoughts. There they are. No upgrades yet, but looking quite dapper with the Thousand Suns motif. Las Cannon's coming back into play, and they're on the VP. They just cap the VP and leave it. I guess they were distracted by the mid hit. Sorcerer levels to 5, getting Vestments of the Warp for Redacted's. Got some heretics on the way to help worship the Great Unclean One, which is up. And there he is, super unit for Chaos. Passively damages nearby enemies, has some nasty abilities, and pretty damn effective in melee too. Are they coming over to the west side with it? I guess so. Got tons of red. Redacted could drop a nuke on a VP or something. Level 4 Eversor Assassin. Now we have Cybernetic Enhancement. Gives the rapid reflexes. 277 to 226. I wish I remembered exactly what Kill Zone does. I think it debuffs the melee skill and that kind of thing. And maybe increases the melee damage they take as well. It's pretty damn good. Basically, you don't want to stand in it. Foul Snare on the Eversor. Now he gets swarmed by CSM. Here come some Purifiers. And they instantly leave. Because it's a Great Unclean One and double CSM and Bloodletters on them. Wouldn't have lasted long. Eversor Assassin also gets away. Strike Squad caught in a bad spot, level 3. Double CSM run up to the Grey Knight Dreadnought and just stop. Oh, they got split up and messed around. Interceptors might need to teleport away from this. Oh, they chucked the Psych Up grenade. A good tool to have against Bloodletters. Messes up their energy. Great Unclean One. Waddles away. It's a good push for Chaos. Don't want to overextend though. Good shot from the Plasma Cannon Dreadnought. Interceptor's getting very low, having to teleport away. And now they climb into the Rhino. Pred coming, I think. Yep, it says Blizzard. We got some Purgation on the field for Mushroom, maybe to get that conversion beamer. Afro Ninja does get tier 3 rolling. And they have tons of reds. We could see some Paladins show up. 277 to 169 on the VPs. West side very, very blue here. There's that Psychic Field again. Cast it from pretty long range. Oh, that's kill zone. That's not psychic field. That's the kill zone. So maybe it was the kill zone I was seeing earlier. I think it has a very similar look to the psychic field. Daemonhunter, you got anything else on you, buddy? Yes, they have Emperor's Torch we saw earlier. Still with those mines. Not sure about those mines. I think they slow you down. Maybe that's the thinking. That was a little bit of Rift Tear, which also affects your allies. I don't think that was super effective there. They could use Retribution to prevent the Chaos Terminators from teleporting with the silence. There's an orbital. Gonna get some of I Like Dreadnought CSM. Got a decent amount of them caught in there and then not retreating. They should be retreating right now to lower the damage of the nuke. Retreated a bit late. Took some big hits, but they're okay. 276 to 136. Grey Knight Terminators on the way for hororo. Purifiers are level 2. Not sure why they retreated. I guess they got in a bad spot. But red team took the west side back. They are able to push pretty effectively. Those triple... Where are they? Oh. Some of the Mark of Khorne CSM went down. I was going to say the double Mark of Khorne CSM haven't seemed to have been super effective. These guys are level 3 though. So I guess they have done some work. Great Unclean alongside them. Plague Champion alongside them. Bloodletters alongside them. It's quite nasty. Only one Plague Marine lives. Which makes me sad. Look at Redacted's daddy with 991 red here. You have no requisition. Grey Knight Terminators are up. These splash damage power melee halberds going up the west side. They'll put up a really good fight against the CSM and the Bloodletters. It is Psy Cannon time for the Purgation. Good damage to all targets. Plague Champion tanks them though with the Pestilence Strike buffs. 234 to 136. Couldn't get the cat because it was knocked over by the Plasma Cannon there. Not even Armor of Pestilence could stop that being knocking him over. Sorcerer level 7 for Redacted. Rod of Warpfire, Vestments of the Warp, and that Tome of Subjugation. Sorcerers can be super effective against enemy Terminators. There's a Noxious Cloud from Blizzard. You can tell that the red team have barely bashed the power of the blue team, the amount of power they have here. Off-map mark from a Vindicare Assassin. That's a global ability of the Eversor. That's what all those targets were on that Chaos stuff. Just reveals all enemy units on the map. Subjugated some Strike Squad there. Good disruption from the Interceptors. Big messy fight. Psych Out Grenade goes in. Instant suppression and an energy drain. Imperial Abyss from one of the Sorcerers. It must have been Redacted. Uh-oh, those guys are going to retreat through the central bit. Oh, it just fades. It fades just in time for them to survive. That would have killed them, I think. Chaos Terminators with their auto cannon. Good damage to all targets. Tank needs some repairs. Blizzard does have Heretics. Plague Champion himself can also repair. But it's going to take a while to get back over there. It's not the quickest fella. Can they get this Chaos Dreadnought down? It's level 4. You have Psy Cannons up on the Interceptors. Doing what they can. They did get suppressed though. Doom Bolts flying in. And the Dreadnought is teleported to safety by Redacted's. Grey Knight Dreadnought levels to 4. Holy crap, this thing's doing work here. Just getting 3 shots on that VP. More Doom Bolts. Psy Cannon Interceptors need to be careful. Teleporting away. There we go. Got some Plasma Stormtroopers here. Can attempt to trade with the CSM. There's that overcharge. That is super effective against that blob of CSM. But they didn't have much backup there. Grey Knight Dreadnought continues to be awesome. With Heavy Bolter and Plasma Cannon. There's an orbital. Misses everything, I think. Oh, we got a couple of fellas there. Gets them off the field, I guess. Plague Champion's had enough of this plasma cannon firing, so goes to tie it up with some CSM. Good grenade, but then they get subjugated. Some friendly fire from the plasma cannon. Here comes a great unclean one with some Nurgle vomit action. 178 to 136. Mark of Corn and no mark for the other tank. His kill zone up. Eversor Assassin level 5 now. Oh, gets foul snared. VP still blue for now. Grey Knight Terminator's getting stuck in. They do have a side cannon wrist mounted, which is nice. Help them chase down vehicles and stuff, maybe. Any sign of Paladins from Afro Ninja? No, they're down to 2 units. Mushroom, though, has a Land Raider Crusader on the field. Goes straight to the west side. That's going to be a big help, potentially. Can help suppress all those CSM. Not sure what these Stormtroopers are up to. Fellas? Oh, just lost track of them, I guess. Could have grenaded those heretics there. Interceptors tearing through them pretty quickly. Level 3 interceptors. Maybe they can teleport onto the VP here. West side, meanwhile, Chaos are right back at it. Some more Nurgle vomit. There's that Land Raider Crusader granting health and energy regen. Allows them to reinforce off it as well. Got some nice long-range anti-infantry weaponry. Uh-oh. Imperial Abyss. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Just wiped out the Stormtroopers, I think. Or did one of them get into the Crusader? Maybe one of them got into the Land Raider there. Brilliant. Clean goes after it. Tank is getting shots. Las Cannon's there as well to get shots. Crusader might go down. Needs to move the hell away. I don't know if he can get out. Las Cannon's slowing it down, you see. It's a lot of damage going in on it. Stormtroopers trying to repair. It's going to go down. Down goes the Land Raider. Came to the wrong area. Las Cannon, 2 tanks and a Great Unclean One were there. Great Unclean One then gets teleported out by Redacted's daddy. Back to safety using the Warp Global. West side. Terminators can't be suppressed. There's double Chaos Terminators now for I Like Dreadnoughts. 178 to 89. Chaos might have too much of an advantage here. Afro Ninjas struggled on the east side, and there's the concede, I think. Brother Captain at the end had Nemesis Demon Hammer, Holy Armor of Titan, and Unending Purge. Got level 4. Daemonhunter with level 7. Did some good work with the Force Rod and the Emperor's Torch. Is a really good war gear, I think. Not sure about those mines, though. Level 5 Eversor Assassin with all those kill zones. He had friends on at the end, too. Up to what? 1038 at level 5. Still kind of glass cannon, even with friends on. Giving him 200 health. Level 4 Sorcerer for I Like Dreadnoughts. Level 4 Plague Champion. And a level 8 Sorcerer for Redacted's daddy. Did a lot of killing on the east side. Doom bolts were nasty. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to these players for setting up, or maybe just falling into a faction war and then sending it in for our amusement. I'll see you next time.